First off, I just want to say I'm honored and humbled to serve as your Chief Executive, and I'm excited to announce today for my re-election bid for Chief Executive for Butte-Silver Bow. As we move forward, I want to share with you my vision. And I just want to kind of outline my vision as we move forward. And so my vision is focus on the present, taking care of the past, and look to the future. We need to do those things. Those are core aspects of what we can do in our community. But first and foremost, I'm dedicated to addressing the immediate needs of our community. Over the last 3 years, we've worked hard with the community to overcome the economic and social effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. We implemented programs that gave back to businesses, created grant programs to help community partners. Under my direction, I've prioritized lowering your taxes by lowering mills this last tax season as everybody's getting their property tax bills. In fiscal year 2024, we will levy $3.5 million less of property taxes, which is an 11% decrease of local taxes to every homeowner in Butte and business than what was levied in fiscal year 2023. Property taxes went up because of the reappraisal of the state government, and then they didn't adjust their rate. And so we did what we could, and that's a credit to everybody that works in the courthouse, that works for Butte-Silver Bow to really tighten their belts, and we sharpened our pencils and we cut some real taxes for our community. I've worked tirelessly with all my department heads to bring over $35 million in grants and infrastructure projects that would fall on the taxpayers otherwise. So when we can have these grant funds brought into our community, they offset, and so we don't have to go to the taxpayers to take care of the Basin Creek Reservoir, to take care of the Molten Dam. Our water and Silver Lake water system is probably the most vital tool that we have, and is the one utility that you can't do without. And they say, whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting, and that's really true, especially in today's world. And so I want to really tell you that we are working hard on that. Some of the projects that we have moving forward were the fire mitigation around Basin Creek Reservoir. We're a cooperating agency that we took on ourselves here locally that other communities don't have. So we have a seat at the table to talk about how fire mitigation is going to get taken care of around Basin Creek Reservoir. That is our most critical drinking water source for our community, for about 27,000 people here in our community. So it's critically important that we are a part of that we're at the table when we move forward. The Basin Creek Reservoir needs repairs. Silver Lake water system, which is our commercial industrial water system that we have, it needs upgrades, and all these we're getting funded through grant funds. The Molten Reservoir spillway and dam improvements, Metro Sewer wastewater effluent management project. We also are working with the Motherlode Theater on their fire suppression, and just the Rocker water and wastewater system out there. We took that on and brought it onto our system since we've been here. So I understand the challenges we face today, and we'll work tirelessly to ensure that the residents have access to the resources and the support they need, whether it's improving infrastructure, enhancing public safety, or promoting economic growth. I'm committed to making Butte-Silver Bow a thriving and prosperous place for all. I'm also committed to doing what is right for our community. Equally important is acknowledging and honoring our past. Our community has a rich heritage built on hard work and the resilience of those who came before us. We continue to face the challenges that historic mining has caused our community, and I'm committed to ensuring that the community receives the cleanup we are promised. As your Chief Executive, I'll continue to protect and preserve our heritage, ensuring that future generations can appreciate and learn from it. By investing in historical preservation, promoting cultural events, and supporting local traditions, we can honor our roots while embracing progress. Looking to the future, I'm committed to laying the groundwork for a thriving and sustainable community. This means prioritizing initiatives to promote economic diversification and innovation. By fostering a business-friendly environment, attracting new industries, and supporting local entrepreneurs, we can create a resilient economy that provides opportunities for all of our residents. Additionally, I'll advocate for natural resources, ensuring a healthy environment for future generations. My path to public service was strongly influenced by my parents. My mom dedicated 30 years of her life as a teacher in the Butte School District. My father served as a police officer for 20 years in the Butte Police Department and was a two-term city court judge. And he also was a Marine Corps veteran. It is by no coincidence that I came into public service. It was modeled to me every single day of my life. And it's become my true calling. As Chief Executive, I'm dedicated to serving our community, and I do it 24/7, 365 days a year. There's not a day that I don't get to talk about our community. There's not a day that I'm in another community that I don't get to promote what's going on here in Butte, America. And I'm so proud to be able to have that role. My wife Erna and I have our 5 children, as I talked about before, and we're extremely proud to call Butte home. We are committed, and when I say that, this is not an I. We are, my family, are committed to giving back to the community that has given us so much. I'm passionate about our community and ready to continue the critical role of Chief Executive. My administrative experience and proven leadership with unmatched drive are what I bring every single day to this position. In seeking re-election, I'm asking for your continued trust and support. Together, we build upon the progress we've made, address the challenges of today, and create a brighter future for tomorrow. I'm confident that by staying focused on the present, taking care of the past, and looking to the future, we can make our community the best it can be. So with that, I've got to say a few thank yous. First, I want to thank Gary Rowe for taking the role as my treasurer for my campaign this next year. I was so fortunate to have Jim O'Neill on my last campaign, and he's retiring on me, and he's got a brighter future for him. He's chasing kids at baseball games and different things like that. But he was a true treasure to me in the past. But I'm looking forward to working with Gary as a treasurer on my next campaign. And then I want to thank everyone here. Without this great community, without the people that we work with every single day, nothing works in our community. This Butte is different. Butte-Silver Bow, our outlying communities, Ken's here from Melrose, our outlying communities. This is a special place, and we want to continue to have that, pride, drive, keeping our community authentic, because that's what makes us different. That's one of the things I think some of the other communities in the state have lost, and I feel like Butte has the way we embrace people coming to us. We embrace jobs and economic growth, but we also teach people the way that things work here in our community, and so I'm very proud of that, and I look forward to doing the next 5 years, because I got 1 to go, but the next 5 years as your Chief Executive. So thank you all for being here today. And if anyone has any questions or anything of me while I'm here, give me a chance, Jim.
JP, I heard a rumor earlier that you were thinking about not running again. Did you kind of struggle with that choice?
So, there was some time in my life this last year that I was contemplating, and I had a little bit of a health issue that I had to get taken care of. And then also there's some stresses in this job that I had to sit down and talk to my family about, that, is this the path that we should continue to go through? And I think anyone that says that they don't look at and evaluate where you're going to go or what needs to be done over the next 5 years, you need to really look at that closely. I've always been committed that I was going to try to run 2 terms. There was a time where I was just kind of reevaluating, but it was about a 2-week period, and then my wife and I sat down, we talked about it as a family, and we decided this is the role that I was meant to be in.
chief executives have classes with the commissioners, and you've had your share on some departments and other issues. How would you describe your relationship with the council now and changes in those?
So the question was, how the relationship with myself and the commissioners has been, and how I see it going forward. Am I correct there, Mike? I think that we got 12 dedicated people that volunteer essentially their time to be up there, and everybody has a little bit different vision of how the community should go forward. There's times where I've disagreed with some of the commissioners, and times when we've agreed. But I think that we always come to a point where we come to a consensus to be able to move forward. I respect every single commissioner that we have up there. There always is, in this role, if anyone ever thinks that everyone's going to agree with you all the time, and including the 12 commissioners, then this isn't the position that anybody can hold. The people are passionate for different reasons on different topics, and sometimes they have different information than I may have. So working through that, through the process at the council chambers and working with them and listening to them, I think that we are able to work together every week. There's that group of 12 people. I spend almost as much time with them as I do my family, and so we get to know each other well. We have disagreements. They are like family, but when you walk away, you respect them because what they do is a hard job, and they're not nearly compensated enough for what they do. I can tell you that. Well, if there's no other questions, I just, once again, thank you all for everything you do every single day. We're incredibly fortunate, and I look forward to, serving you in the next 5 years, and on we go.